Hey, how's your day? The weather's nice today. What's your favorite movie? Where are you from? Where'd you grow up? Why are you here? Do you come here a lot? Okay. Nice to meet you. How many times have you had a conversation like that where it's like super boring and you know it, you can feel that it's just crashing and burning into flames, but you stay in there and then it starts to get really awkward and eventually you find that exit strategy straight away. It is something that comes up so often for me when I'm coaching my clients. So today I'm doing a video on how to start a conversation. I'm going to give you 3 really direct, simple steps so that you don't have to deal with that awkwardness and get out of that situation. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. I travel the world coaching thousands of people how to 10x their confidence and how to communicate better so that they can deepen their relationships in their personal life and in their business so that they have more success. And today I'm doing this video because you told me you want more direct content, and that is exactly what we are going to be going through today. So I'm going to jump straight into it. The first one, okay, of starting a really good conversation, actually one of the best, most efficient methods, my clients have a lot of success using this, is you're going to read their mind, okay? So we're going to do some magic. We're going to do some magic. You are going to read their mind, okay? Now, you might think, okay, well, what does that mean, Sarah? What do you mean? How am I going to read somebody's mind? That's impossible. This is a really cool hack. When you go into any situation, depending, maybe someone at work that you want to go and start a conversation with, someone at an event, you see them, you're like, how do I just randomly go up to them without them thinking, what do you want or what are you selling me? Because often when you go up to a new person, they are very unsure about what you want or what you're going to ask of them. So this technique of reading their mind is super effective. So when you go in there, you actually use your environment. So you use what is happening around you. It takes the pressure off what you should say. So there's no I should say the right thing. And it allows it to come straight to your brain. Now, what this does when you use your environment is it allows the other person to instantly respond. So it feels like you're inside their mind. So say, for example, you're out on the street and there's a big commotion happening. Maybe a police car comes past with sirens. If you go up to that person and say, whoa, I wonder what's going on, that implies that you are talking about the sirens that just went by. Now, for that person, they would have just experienced, they would have visually seen it, they would have heard it, so they are going to instantly respond to you. So it takes all the awkwardness out of starting a conversation. This will be amazing. If you don't use this or you've never heard of it, try this out and let me know. Leave your comments if you have tried this and tell me about your success or problems that do come up. And again, stay to the end because I have a really, really cool, weird hack that I use all the time and a lot of people go, that works? Like, that's really, really weird. So I want to share that with you. And again, if a question pops up, please leave that in the comments. I love feedback and I love to create content that's going to help you. So always give feedback or talk about the problems that are arising for you. So this is number 1. Again, you can do this absolutely anywhere, at work or in the coffee shop, anywhere. Maybe you're going for a hike and you're out hiking, you're doing an activity. So the easiest way to start this is to really take in your surroundings, just be present and think, okay, what could I use that is around me and maybe the other person or the group that they are already thinking about. If they're hiking, they're already thinking, oh my gosh, I'm tired going up this hill. And you could be like, whew, this is tough, hey. And what that implies is you're talking about hiking and the activity. And again, it takes all the pressure out. They will respond instantly. And again, there's no what does this person want? They know exactly what you're talking about because it's a common activity that you are going through with each other. And so instantly you create trust and rapport is the most important thing that you want to get when meeting a new person. If you can get that, it's a lot easier to connect on a more genuine level. Number 2. Now, this is something you will do automatically, and a lot of people are doing this the wrong way, okay? You want to ask a question, But like how I started this video, there's some really bad questions, there's some really boring questions, there's some dead-end questions is what I call them. And that's when you get caught in a conversation with somebody. I can think of countless times I have met people and they fire these questions at me, these interview questions. Where are you from? Where did you study? What school do you go to? Or where do you live? You know, what are you doing in life? Like all of these questions just come flying at me, and it's like, you feel like you're being bombarded with this questionnaire. So that's not the right way to ask questions, okay? The way that you want to be doing it, and the best way, the most effective way to be able to start a conversation successfully by asking a question is you want to ask the question and pivot straight off it. So the way that you do that is you could start with, how's your night, or how's your day? This is one of those typical questions that we are on autopilot, we always ask. So I'm not about getting rid of that. A lot of people will say, hey, don't ask those, just don't ask boring questions, only say statements to somebody. But I think these are really amazing, right? Even these boring questions, you want to ask them just to again, take the pressure off, because the more that you're taking pressure off you and the other person, all right, the more that you don't go blank and you don't get paralyzed. So asking a question, even if it is a terrible, boring question, this is going to be the best way to start the conversation, and then you can move into something else. Now, the magic of getting this one to work is immediately you want to share an experience, okay? So this is like a little two-part one, right? So ask the question, and then you also want to share a story. Now, why do we share stories? Because that is the most powerful form of communication. People always remember stories. So if you can ask a boring question, doesn't matter what the answer is that they give back, but you go straight into a story, then suddenly you're going to be really engaging, and they're going to be like, oh, what is this person telling me? So really super easy way to do that, okay? So ask a question, even if it is how's your day, and they say, oh yeah, my day's good. Right? And then you go instantly into, oh, that's awesome. It was really funny. I just came from the coffee shop, and when I walked out, I spilled the coffee all over me. I mean, if there's no coffee on you, they're going to question you. So a tip with this is don't lie, okay? This gets you backed into a corner, and then they don't trust you. But share something genuinely that happened to you that day, or that's happened to a friend of yours, or that you've seen in a movie. That's how you do it, and you gain the trust, because what you're doing here is building the commonality. So make sure you don't make something up that you can't actually back up if somebody questions you. So make sure it's just really genuine and honest. Honesty will always be the fastest way to connect with somebody and to have a really good, deep conversation with somebody. Now, the third one, this is the most ridiculous hack. And this is the one that everyone's like, what do you mean? Like, that this actually works? And it's a method that I developed. I had no idea when I started doing this, I was like, this is magic. This is legitimately social magic. Like, it would blow my mind how effective it was. And then I started teaching my clients how to do this, and they were getting ridiculous results instantly, okay? So I developed this method. Which is the CIS method. Okay? Now, this method is absolutely ridiculous, and I mean that because what it stands for is Connect in Seconds method, and that's quite literally what this does. So by using your expression, by using a non-verbal form of communication, you are able to get somebody's attention, get their engagement, and get them into an awesome interaction in a matter of seconds. So this is done entirely through your expressions on your face and getting the reaction. Once you get that reaction from them, they are engaged, and that's when you start the conversation. You could literally use an expression, say fear. I actually do this a lot. I use fear and excitement laid up together, and I get the attention of another person, and then I say, oh, what's up? Or I'm like, hey, what's going on? A simple movement in your face and expression will actually communicate 10 times more than if you were just to say, oh, hey, how you going? Versus, what's up? How you going? Okay, now a lot of people would think, oh, that's just excitement and you're just happy to see the person. No, there is so much more to this. Now, if you want to know more about what this method is, because this is the magic, this is the social hack that gets my clients the 10x confidence, that it gets the comments of people saying, wow, like, you stand out from everybody else. Your self-esteem is crazy, and you're simply using this really easy step-by-step method. If you want to learn more about what this is and want to hear me go way deeper on exactly how to do these, then click the link in the description. It's going to take you to a completely free half-an-hour training where I show you how to start implementing this so that you can start to get the results and use it to communicate better and skyrocket your confidence. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Please leave your comments. I love your feedback. Click and subscribe and click that link now to get access to that free video training. See you in there.